You are listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts, a podcast featuring two crafty besties who love true crime and a good cup of joe. Recording.
We are recording. Hooray!
Yippee-ki-yay.
Look at what I just made.
So freaking cute. I need to find a good gluten-free gingerbread recipe. Or just, change it to gluten-free. Those are so freaking cute.
Aren't they fun? I did a tutorial on how to do them. So
yes, by the time this comes out, I'll have it up. I will have had it up several weeks ago.
Right. But it's still the holiday season. And also these cookies are great to make year round because why not?
Well, duh.
Skeletons are awesome. So they can be made for Christmas time. They can be made for Halloween.
Yes.
They can be made for your kid's party. Kid's birthday.
Everybody look at Kristen's cute reading glasses. They're really cute.
Thank you. They're also blue light, which is nice. But since I'm still healing from that LASIK stuff and I gotta, talk about my episode, I have to read.
Yes.
So
kind of important.
I'm still getting used to this whole thing of like not having classes all the time. Right. It's weird. So, but yeah. So yeah, these are my little crafty for this week. And I did a little video and
yay. I love them. Yeah.
Now,
did we say what they are for the listeners that are not watching?
Oh yes. I took your everyday gingerbread man cutout. Yes. I made, and every year, my family's tradition is to make cutout cookies and decorate them like traditional Christmas cookies. But I thought it would be cool to turn it into a skeleton.
Of course.
So you take the little body, you take your regular body, and then
adorable.
Make that. Now, with different frosting, I wouldn't do like a thinner frosting and a little bit more point, but this is what I had on hand to kind of show. So they're a little bit thicker, but they're super cute.
They're super cute. So
yeah, and they're fun for any day.
So if you're just listening, go look on our Instagram and check out our YouTube because there is a video. Yes. And by the time this comes out, it'll be up. It will have been up for a while. So have at it. Yes, Kristen got a new coffee mug. You probably saw it in the last episode, but we're going to show it off this time.
Yay.
And a shirt.
I got all my Bones coffee shirt.
I know. So cool. I love that shirt.
Yes. It's totally the 80s.
My kind of vacation right there.
And I have all these little sample packs. I got like a bunch of samples of Bones coffee, and they sent a mystery flavor.
Oh, I got one of those too.
Did you?
But I haven't used it yet.
So I decided to use mine today since, we're going to be in the new year. So
yeah,
it's all about mystery. What's 2022 going to bring?
Yeah. When this comes out,
is it going to be good or is it going to be bad?
I'm hoping it's good. You're in the new year.
Be in the new year. Yeah.
We're coming at you.
Full throttle. But this one is really good. So it's like chocolatey and caramely.
Yum.
It doesn't tell you what it is.
Ooh, I bet I know what it is.
Guess.
I bet I know what it is because they do have a salted caramel dark chocolate flavor,
which is one of my samples. So I guess they sent it to me twice.
Perfect.
But unsure if it's actually it. But I love caramel. So
yeah.
And I can't eat it normally. Like I can only eat caramel flavored things. I can't have caramel. Yeah. In my non-dairy ice cream, the salted caramel.
Okay. Monin syrup brand.
Uh-huh.
They make a really good caramel that's sugar free.
Didn't I have that at your house?
Yeah, that I can give to Dwight. So
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
he can't have the sugar.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my craft. That's my coffee.
Very cool. What are you covering
And
today?
I am covering. So we'll talk about trigger warnings first, I guess.
Okay.
There's
yeah, you can tell what you're covering first.
well,
What exactly is it?
I want to preface I want to go in.
Okay,
I'm going to
carry on.
preface it like I'm going to you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into it.
Okay.
So, trigger warnings, there's a plot for murder, actual murder, and then just disregard for human life.
Okay.
Just people are trash again, apparently. All these people, they just don't care about these people.
There's a lot of trashy people out there.
There are. And so while I was researching and writing my episode on the Christmas killings, you remember that one? I happened upon a story that occurred in England where two brothers murdered a beautiful woman named Sameena Imam, and she was 34 years and she lived in Cardiff, England.
Yeah.
And during this whole plot, they used they communicated through Star Wars text messages. Yeah.
Sorry.
So imagine a newspaper headline that says murderers accused using Star Wars code to communicate.
No.
Oh
yeah. Boy.
So I was like, well, this will be interesting. I gotta check into this. I had never heard about it.
I think I have, but only by the murdered person's name.
Sameena.
Yeah. Name sounds familiar.
She was a really pretty woman, and we will have pictures
Okay.
to share. But yeah, I said to myself I had to cover it because, well, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd.
It's
true. But what these brothers did was horrific, and not a lot of people know about it. And luckily, the victim's family has some closure with the fact that because she was missing for like a week or so after the murder. Well, yeah. And then so the family didn't know what happened. She was supposed to show up for Christmas Day and she never showed up. Nobody heard from her. Yeah. So terrific. That's sad. Women, be careful. Just be careful.
And it's a sad truth that we have to be careful.
It's
a
really
sad truth that
really awful that we have to
constantly on guard. And I have I have a few female friends who are not aware of their surroundings, and it makes me fucking nervous as shit.
Yeah.
Because they live in La La Land, and I'm like, you guys have got to take the fucking earbuds out of your ears.
Yeah, you have got to know your surroundings. Wherever you're at, you have to observe, you have to listen.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to who's around you. You can't be in your phone.
But we're not victim blaming. It's literally you have to
for your own protection. You have to
protect
like live on a swivel. You have to keep an eye.
My keychain is illegal in most states.
Yeah. Do you have the pokey kitty cat?
Because I have weapons on my keychain.
Do you have a pokey kitty cat?
I've got a fucking little fold up.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've got a little stabby thing, but it's not a kitty cat because it's different. It's a different one that's actually legal in some states where the kitty cat is illegal.
Gotcha.
And also I want to bring up, why the fuck are they making these weapons illegal in states? Because literally like women,
because it's holding, you know,
it's not that stabby of a thing. It's I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
got to be able to carry something to protect your body.
Yeah. Even if it's just these hands. Train
Well,
your hands.
these knuckles hurt, and there are several guys who will attest to that. Also, wear boots.
Beware, strong female head.
Yeah, wear boots and learn to kick. All right, carry on.
Yes, yes. So this is the tale of Roger, who is 41 years old, and David, who is 39. So Roger and David Cooper were from England, and they plotted and murdered Sameena and Imam.
I thought they were going to be younger. I'm like in shock.
Yeah, no,
right
they're
now.
our age.
That's
they
ridiculous.
were our age.
Like,
it was
grow the
in
fuck up.
Yeah. Well,
But like, you also don't kill people. Okay.
no, it's never okay unless your life is being.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kill to self-protect yourself. Yeah. So interesting enough, through this, I didn't know that Costco is all the way in England.
I didn't know that either.
They have Costco's all over England. Now we know.
I can go to England and
I wonder if we can go and shop there, because.
But does our membership work there?
That's what I mean. I wonder.
Let's find out.
We're gonna have to travel someday.
Scotland.
Yep. Ireland.
Those are.
There's a sing house in Ireland.
I bet there's a stone property in Scotland.
Probably. So anyways,
do it.
Costco. Costco is a store out there. I'm sure everybody that is listening knows that it's a huge membership store here. We are both members to Costco.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got 100 kids, and it's cheaper to take care of them by going to the membership.
Really, she only has 3, but it feels like 100.
It does. But Sameena and Roger were both employees of Costco.
Okay.
And Sameena was a manager, and she like floated between like 4 different stores. And Roger was a manager at the store in Cardiff.
Okay.
No, Coventry. Sorry, Coventry. Okay. There's many little places this all involves. And then, but Roger and Sameena were in a relationship, and apparently it's frowned upon to have a relationship, especially like upper management in Costco policy.
Right.
And Roger also had a live-in girlfriend.
Dirty rotten.
And supposedly had a side chick. Dude. That was not Sameena. He was dating 3 women. And I don't know why, because
who is this guy?
When you look at this picture of this man, I don't know what he had. Maybe he talked a good game. I know tall.
Costco pays well, but not that well.
Not well enough to take care of 3 girlfriends. And I think the live-in one was pregnant, maybe.
Oh geez, dude.
Yeah. So he really was stepping in it, and Sameena wanted to be the one. She didn't want to share any longer. So she kind of had an ultimatum. December 2014, she was like, listen, when we start this new year, it's you and me or nothing. So number one, he was worried that she was going to out him and it would ruin his other relationship. And number 2, because he thought he was going to lose his job. Right. So he decided somehow, for some reason, to start talking to his brother about plotting her death. Shit. Like, why not just be like, Sameena, it's not going to work. You know, I got this live-in girlfriend. If you want to be out, we can't do it. But
can you hear my dog?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Which one is
everybody.
that?
It's Sadie.
They're
Sadie.
Like
outside the door here playing or something. Quit playing.
So because she was tired of the secret relationship, it spooked him. So
Yeah.
talked to the brother. The brother was ex-military, and it's still unsure why David decided to help his brother kill a woman he had only met a couple times.
Well, I can say
But
why.
I mean, maybe it
Some-
was the brotherly love
Some families are
connection.
just DNA
Right.
thicker than anything.
Yeah. So it could have just been, well, I'm your brother, so yeah, I'll kill this woman.
Yeah.
Let's go. So 3 days prior to the first attempt on her life, David purchased chloroform on eBay.
Isn't it like illegal to even get chloroform?
I'm pretty sure there's some
Well, in
laws.
America.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about Europe.
So the first attempt on her life was December 11th, 2014. And during that time, the prosecution alleged the pair sent Star Wars coded text messages. They sent them to each other to communicate. I know. I was like, what? Why of all things? But the messages included Death Star complete, stay on target, and you are expected, Vader. The text also included another clear Star Wars reference with a message reading, look at the size of that thing.
Sorry. I don't even have tissue. I'm getting teared up over there. It's so ridiculous.
It is. And so they were plotting this day. Like there was a Christmas party and she was supposed to go to this hotel to meet Roger so they could have a rendezvous. And
that's extra sad.
Yeah. So the attempt failed because Sameena arrived at the hotel where they were going to complete the murder in a taxi and not her own vehicle.
Oh.
And she was dropped off near the front. So she was on camera going into this hotel. So the brothers were calling it off. Later on, when they were being interviewed, Roger had said that the text messages were about watching her go and have an affair with someone else. So they were concocting some weird, stupid story. And yeah, nothing. Yeah, shady brotherly business. Nothing is clear as to what they were actually planning on doing with her, or like how they were going to clean her up or anything, but it failed anyway, so we didn't hear about it anymore. I guess during these next couple weeks they continued to try and figure out another time to complete the task, so they were still planning on killing her. And so fast forward to Christmas Eve. This is like 12 days later after the first attempt. The plot thickens, and Roger and David lured Sameena to David's home in Leicester. And she drove her own vehicle this time, so they could so I think the part of it was that they wanted to make her disappear with her own vehicle and make it seem like she was going somewhere else, because in an interview Roger talks about how he got this text message from her, which actually was him texting himself from her phone, and it said, I'm done with this, I'm going somewhere where I'm appreciated. So making it sound like they had an argument and they were no longer in communication and that she left.
Right.
So I feel like these guys are not very smart in their planning, because there's a lot of holes, and it gets worse.
It sounds like they're just dumbasses.
Yeah. But so they lured her to David's house,
Okay.
And she was under the assumption that she was meeting Roger there so that they could wake up Christmas morning and start their new lives together. So she had prepared at her house by getting like celebratory things. There was like a bottle of Bellini, some drink, like a champagne Bellini or something. I
don't know.
And then there were like snacks and stuff and just date night type stuff.
Right.
I don't know what you have on a date.
I don't either. I was just gonna say that because like we don't do that shit.
No, we don't date. She's happily married and I'm just
and we never
single.
did that shit anyway, even when we were dating. Like,
no fancy.
We didn't go on dates. Like
yeah.
we went camping and fishing and like just were together all the time. So
yeah.
It's different.
Right.
Date night. Pack your best lingerie. So no.
Not for her and Ben. No, they have fun doing.
I need my long johns
things. Especially now in the wintertime. So Sameena got to David's house. Something transpired and the two brothers overpowered her on the couch. Now she is 5'2". The brothers are 6'5" and 6'7".
Fuck.
It didn't really
it's gonna
take
make
much.
me cry because the overpowering feeling.
I know, it's sick and it's sickening. Yeah.
I've been held down by one guy.
So
that was enough for me.
You remember the chloroform David bought?
Yeah.
He put it on a towel of some kind from his house. And instead of her just passing out, she actually died from it.
Okay.
The post-mortem tests proved that Sameena was killed with a quote unquote bizarre combination of elements, including antimony, cadmium, tin, mercury, and arsenic. So homemade chloroform that he bought on eBay was
God, it was not chloroform.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
So her body, so they wrapped her up, they buried her in like a small or a shallow grave in an allotment near his home in Leicester, in the brother's home.
Dumbass.
And somehow it was discovered like in the first almost second week of January.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly after, the brothers were arrested, because this is what I was getting to with the Bellini stuff. They did a home investigation. They went into both the brothers' houses, and at Roger's house, the dumbass had taken all of those date night things to his house and put them in his house.
He's an idiot.
And she was on camera on the CCTV buying those items.
Oh my God.
And they ended up in
dumb.
his, yeah. So I guess he was going to use them with his girlfriend. Like, here, let's have this fancy drink and stuff that my dead girlfriend bought.
Probably get off on the fact that he knew where they were from.
Right. There was
peace.
Yeah. There was also a sign in his place, something about, I am having trouble finding places to bury the bodies. Like, who has a sign like that? Like,
I mean, I would as a joke for Halloween.
Yeah, and I guess maybe he had it like that, but it was just hanging in his place.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So after the evidence of all of those grocery items and the fact that when I think the towel, like the rag, or it was the brother's sleeping bag
Okay.
was found, she was stuffed in that and buried.
All the links.
So all of these things
dumb.
like it's clear evidence towards them. And so there are interviews done. YouTube has them. And then I got all my information from a lot of UK news articles like the Daily Mail, BBC, Press Reader, and then also Vice.com did an article about it. But they show these brothers, like the one brother was like, I don't even know who that is. And they're like, well, it's your brother's girlfriend. Haven't you met her? He's like, well, maybe once or twice. He didn't even say he knew her name or anything. And they're like, why are you, what in the world? So then Roger in the interviews is just like, oh no, I haven't seen her. We had an argument. She sent me a text saying she's going somewhere else. And
oh God.
So they had for plotting this for a month, they didn't do a very good job, and they just seem like total stupid pieces of shit.
I mean, really, like the stupidest pieces of shit that you could think of.
Yeah. So they were arrested, I think January 7th of that year. And they went on trial, and through all the evidence that they just laid out for the prosecution to convict them, they were found guilty, and each one was given 30 years apiece.
That's it. I feel like when you murder somebody, you should get a lot more than just a life sentence. And why is a life sentence only like 20 to 30 years?
Because I think
it's
back in the day when they did life sentences, people were living to 50.
It's
I don't
interesting.
know. Yeah. But so I liked this story because of the Star Wars connection, but then I learned how dumb these brothers were, and they're not very attractive, and I just don't understand the appeal, but whatever. The one brother had some kind of crazy,
maybe he was just really charming.
Yeah.
I mean, that could make sense. The fact that he killed someone, he's charming.
When you see Sameena, she was a really beautiful girl.
Right.
And she had a lot going for her. She just picked the wrong dude.
Yeah.
She had the wrong one. Girls, do better. Pick better.
Choose better.
Yeah. So after the conviction, though, Sameena's family said nothing could have prepared them for discovering she had been murdered. In a statement, her father, Imam Din, said, as a family, we are absolutely devastated at the loss of Sameena. It is hard for us to even imagine that an innocent, kind, beautiful girl could be murdered, let alone our daughter. We are still in shock, and we are all missing Sameena in so many different ways.
That's sad.
I know. Sorry, guys.
Way to bring us down, Kristen. Kidding.
The Detective Chief Inspector Caroline Marsh is quoted in saying, most murders that occur are spontaneous events driven by anger or jealousy, whereas in this case, what we uncovered was weeks and weeks of planning to kill Sameena, numerous attempts on her life, and a really unusual cause of death. Because they're saying it's an unusual cause because the chloroform, chloroform you see in movies of drugging people, make them pass out. But the fact that she actually expired because of it,
and
it wasn't like the pressure, they didn't suffocate her. it was the combination of
Yeah, that's a lot of gnarly
poisons,
stuff.
arsenic, like
Yeah.
awful. Jailing the pair, Judge Patrick Thomas told the siblings, the use of a poison in a case such as this demonstrates a cold-blooded intention to kill, regardless of the consequences. You worked together, hand in glove, in planning and carrying out the murder of a joyful and bubbly young woman, brutally betrayed by a man she loved and his brother. After the jury returned unanimous guilty verdicts, the detective leading the murder hunt described the killings as the most callous offense she has ever investigated.
It's pretty fucking awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Poor girl. I mean, honestly, like, yeah. I mean, what was it about him that attracted these girls? I want to know. Like,
I know, because like
maybe he really was just like super charming.
you got to be careful of those ones, I guess.
The charmers are the scariest kind.
Yeah, we had to talk about that with one of the other ones. Was it the
Yeah.
Robert Hansen?
Yeah, probably.
Which, speaking of, I watched Frozen Ground last
so
night.
Good.
I know.
So good,
it's a
right?
good movie.
They did a really good job on that. I feel
and
like
I was like, oh,
Nick
they
Cage
actually did the facts correct.
Yeah, they
it
did
was
a really good job.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's just there's the people that skeeve me out, the guys that have skeeved me out like hardcore throughout my entire life, they've always just been super charming. And I instantly am walls up because like I want nothing to do with that. I don't care how good looking you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care. If you're a charmer, get the fuck away from me. I want nothing.
I want nerd, awkward.
Keep that distance.
Charming to stay
I'm gonna
away.
marry the guy who's into sci-fi and because that's Ben.
He loves his zombie movies too. Horror.
He loves all the space stuff. He watches the cheesiest, like dumbest shows.
I don't even remember the vampire movie we watched. Like I don't remember what it was called, but
no,
he and I got into that.
Yeah, some of the shows I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I love you, but I'm going to sleep.
I think he and I were sitting at the edge on the ottoman.
Yeah, Kristen and Ben were watching the movie, and I went to bed. That's normal though for me. I've always been that person where like I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
I'd rather sleep. Yikes.
Yeah, so that's the Star Wars murder, and I felt it needed to be talked about.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was an interesting one to
yeah, that was a really
find out about.
Interesting story for sure. Yikes. That poor girl.
No, and it just and it's a reminder to all people, really. Just you've got to really know who you are dealing with.
You never really know anyone. Like it's really a thing. Like you really like I know you, but like you really never know like how much somebody can change also. Like what if he just wasn't like that before? I don't know.
Yeah, and there's not much like history on them. I tried to find a lot more about like, maybe mental illness, but there wasn't really much about their childhood to lead up to why they would just like they were seemingly normal brothers and
like average guys that just happened to be complete morons.
Yeah, and
they happened to like Star Wars a lot.
Yeah. Which Death Star complete.
It's fine to really love Star Wars, but like, whoa.
It's another to use
it in a murder.
The quotes to plot someone's death.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Roger said that Sameena was Vader when they were talking about.
Oh, boy.
They're
So they thought that they were the good guys and
Mhm,
she was the bad. Okay. Okay.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're dumbasses. And
Mm.
when this wasn't that long ago, so they're still in prison, right?
Oh yeah, they were convicted in 2015.
Oh.
So
Yeah. Cool.
it's only 7 years. Hopefully they're getting
So,
destroyed in prison.
yeah, hopefully they are not on their best behavior. And hopefully they don't get released because of their good behavior.
Yeah.
Because nothing makes me more angry than when somebody terrible gets released on good behavior.
Yeah.
Like they
Because then
literally
they end up
murdered
just
someone.
going and
Doing it
doing
again.
something bad again.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
So
Wow.
yeah.
All right. Is that it? That's what
That's
you
it.
got?
That's all I got.
Word. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time. Ta-ta.
On Crime, Coffee, and
Oh yeah.
Crafts.
She's got crime, coffee, and crap.
We love you all.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Ah, yes.
We're in the new year.
We're in the new year. We're coming at you from the past.
Pew, pew,
Pew, pew, pew, pew, pew, pew. Ta-ta.
for now.
Thanks for listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts. If you love our podcast, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. This helps us more than you know. If you really love us and want to support us, go to our website at www.crimecoffeeandcrafts.com. From there, you can join our Patreon, shop our merch, and find us on social media.